Hey, what's up YouTube? It's ICU, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing Apple's brand new Apple Watch Series 4, the one thing from the company's September media event that I am truly excited about. Now, if you guys happen to miss our unboxings for the iPhone XS Max and the iPhone XS, check them out, linked down below in the description, as well as in your card sometime throughout this video. Now, also, be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe if you have yet to for not only more great Apple coverage, but also new giveaways coming incredibly soon. Now, let's get into this one, talking about the Apple Watch Series 4 first and its price, because that is important. While this is, yes, the first true full-fledged Apple Watch redesign since the company announced the device way back alongside the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, it will cost you. So let's go to Apple's Apple Store here and tap buy. It starts at $399 and goes up from there depending on what you want, whether you want the bigger 44mm option, LTE, stainless steel. All of that is going to cost you more, and let's not even really talk about the Hermes version, which in my mind is absolutely ridiculously priced. But for what it is, I mean, it's a great piece of technology. However, just note that if you do decide to pick up an Apple Watch Series 4, it will drop in price drastically a year from now thanks to depreciation. The Apple Watch Series 3, for instance, which I am rocking on my wrist right here, the stainless steel model, is worth about half what it retailed for. But rant aside, let's get into the unboxing, starting with the actual box itself first. It's just very basic and nondescript. It has Apple Watch etched into the top of it, and other than that, we just have blank sides as well as some additional details on the back, simply stating what it comes with in the box and also which model we have. You can see here, this is the Series 4 Space Gray Aluminum with the black sports band. Again, 44mm. All right, so getting into the unboxing portion of this video, there is this conveniently placed plastic tab here that we can just use to pull down and peel the plastic wrap protecting the box off. And the packaging this time is quite a bit different, so let's go ahead and set it down like so. We're going to switch camera angles, and we're just going to take off the cardboard protecting it. All right, so here we go. There are these new little tabs here that we can actually just use to pull, like so. If I can get this one going, it just opens up and kind of folds out like this. Now, in my opinion, this is a pretty awesome design. We have the various Apple Watch models on the inside, and we have the Apple Watch on the top here. And this is actually raised up slightly on the top of the box. And what's notable here is that we actually have two different segments now. So we have one being the Apple Watch itself and two being the band. I'm sure this is actually easier for Apple from a logistics standpoint, just combining these two based on your configuration, so that way they don't have to come up with separate packaging for the entire unit itself. They just have a few different variations that they can pair with the different bands depending on what you order. I like it. It's pretty nice. It's simple. It's definitely Apple-esque. So let's go ahead and start off with the bigger box first. We'll get into the band in a little bit, but that is definitely not the exciting part of this unboxing. It has to be the brand new Apple Watch Series 4 itself, which we have here on the left. Let's go ahead and pop this guy out. And it is actually encased in what feels like a very nice felt protector here. And wow, would you look at that? This is the brand new Apple Watch Series 4 LTE version, 44mm. It looks absolutely gorgeous in this dark aluminum finish here. So let's go ahead and power it up. We're just going to press this side button, and I'm going to set it off to the side, and we'll actually return to the contents of this primary box here. All right, so to the right of the Apple Watch cutout, we have this little pamphlet or this little booklet that says designed by Apple in California. And we have a quick start guide just telling you how to actually set this thing up. Basically just open up the watch app on your phone and get it paired, and then it goes into charging as well. All some pretty basic stuff, things we've known about the Apple Watch for a while now. And then we also have this Apple Watch info sheet here, nothing too important. And then the charger split into two segments. We have the part that plugs into your wall outlet, and then we have the magnetic connector right here. I'm actually just going to leave these in their respective packaging and put them back inside the box, like so. All right, so setting all of this off to the side, we're actually going to return to the band box, as I'm dubbing it. All right, it just pops open like so, and there is a nice little cardboard tab that we can just use to pull out, and it opens pretty nice actually. Let's go ahead and zoom out. I'm really digging the packaging redesign this time around. Apple did a really great job. And of course, just like with the other bands, we do have a medium large one, and then we also have a medium small one, depending on how big your wrist actually is. So let's go ahead and pop these guys out, which I know there's an easier way to do it. There we go. Pretty sure I inadvertently bumped my camera, so sorry about that. But it does actually walk you through how to put these bands on the watch, on the top flap here. Really nice. I mean, you know, this is what I do. I do unboxing, so I know I'm really going on and kind of waxing poetic about this packaging, but I dig it. So let's go ahead and set this off to the side. Enough about the packaging. And we're just going to pop these straps on this guy. All right, and to put the bands on, it is super easy. All you have to do is just slide them into place, like so. And once you do, there is a nice, satisfying little click to it. And the same can be done for the top one as well. And also what's cool is if you want to reverse the order of these, so you want the part that actually affixes the longer adjustment strap on the bottom, you can do so. It's very nice. You can just pop them out by pushing on the button that's on the back right here, and then you can slide it out and then just pop the other one back in the other way. So let's look at the hardware. This is a really, really nice redesign in my opinion. They've pushed the corners of the display more toward the edges of the device itself, and they've also rounded them, which I'll show you guys once we actually get this thing set up. And the back of it is nice as well. It has a full redesigned heart rate sensor, and it also has a complete built-in ECG now as well. And also with the redesigned side digital crown here. And also this is the LTE model. The Series 3, let me go ahead and just take this one off my wrist. The Series 3 is fully red to indicate LTE, whereas now we just have a really nice discrete red accent circle as opposed to a full red dot. And the microphone has now been moved to the side where the digital crown and the side button are, instead of being right next to the speaker like it is on the Series 3. And we also have a bigger and a louder speaker on the Series 4. So that way, essentially, you do not have any reverb or any pickup from the microphone and the speaker. So it's much more enhanced for audio calls now because, again, they are on the opposite sides and the speaker is louder thanks to that change as well. So let's go ahead and set this guy up. I actually got a pairing request a long time ago on my iPhone here. So we can go ahead and tap continue. It brings us inside of the Apple Watch and just asks us to scan, just like it always has. So there we go. Finally picked it up. So now we can set this up as a new Apple Watch or restore from a backup. And we can also set which wrist we want it on. So we're going to set left. I'm going to put the Apple Watch down because the rest of this setup is actually done on the iPhone itself. All right, and we are finally back here. It did say signing into account for a long time. I'm pretty sure it already signed into my Apple ID, which is great. I'm going to hit don't share for watch analytics, and shared settings. I'm just going to set OK for that. Create passcode. Let's make it something simple, 0000. We just do that on the watch itself. We're going to use that code, 000, and there we go. This is letting us know about heart health, which is something new with the Apple Watch Series 4 as well. This time we get low heart rate notifications as well as high heart rate notifications. And it can even pick up things like AFib, though I'm not sure if it can do it on watchOS 5.0 right out of the box. It might need an update just like it will for the ECG functionality. So let's go ahead and hit continue. And for Apple Pay, we're going to set that up later. I'm going to hit continue for emergency SOS. And I'm going to do choose later for apps to install. And there we go. It says your Apple Watch is almost ready and that it is syncing data to the device. This process does take some time. It'll be really interesting to actually see how long it takes, because I know in the past, like with my Apple Watch Series 3, for instance, it did take quite a while. In fact, it took like, 15 minutes or so. But hopefully it should be faster this time around. I'm just going to talk about some of the new improvements with the Apple Watch. We do have a faster CPU, a dual core, in the system in the package, which is what Apple calls it, their SIP. It's fully redesigned now, of course, with the Series 4. And it also, for the first time ever, is 64-bit architecture in an Apple Watch. Additionally, the digital crown now does provide haptic feedback when it's turned, which is something that's new. I'm not feeling it right now for whatever reason. And also, it just doesn't do it when clicked in either. It's supposed to provide haptic feedback on the digital crown when you're scrolling, but maybe it does that once the device is fully set up. And I'm going to try to see if we can illustrate here what it looks like with the bigger display. Remember, this is 44 millimeters, which is bigger than the 42 millimeters, which has been found in every Apple Watch model up until this point. But we have almost the exact same footprint. It's ever so slightly thinner and a little bit bigger all around to accommodate that larger display, though most of where you're getting that larger display from, again, is pushing it to the edges of the device. Basically, you won't really notice a difference day to day when wearing this one versus any of the past Apple Watch models. All right, guys, so there we go. The setup on the Apple Watch is now done. Let's go ahead and press the digital crown, and I could actually feel the haptic feedback there in that press. Really nice and very fluid animation right there upon first setup. You can see this is one of the new watch faces. It looks great. It has brand new complications. This is one that Apple's really trying to use to push the actual display and show what it can do. So let's actually go ahead and open up the Maps application. And we're going to just search for something here. And right off the bat, just inside of this screen, it becomes very apparent that the display on the Apple Watch Series 4 is noticeably bigger, even though it is only 2 millimeters bigger on this version. Remember, we have 42 on the left and 44 on the right. You definitely do pick it up. It might not translate well on camera just because of the angles and because it's very hard to get everything to display fully in this video, but trust me, in person there is a huge difference. Also, the Apple Watch Series 3 actually sits higher on the wrist, as I talked about previously, so you're not actually seeing it as close because we are pretty close up right now, so the Apple Watch Series 3 is a little bit closer to you guys. So let's go ahead and tap on dictation, and we're just going to search for something here. Apple campus in Cupertino, California. That's really weird. The Apple Watch Series 3 picked it up a lot better. So let's try that again. Apple Campus, Cupertino, California. There we go. That time it was lightning fast. All right, so here we go. This is where it really also becomes apparent. You can see down below at the bottom, Apple really did push the display to the edges and they did round it as well. Also on the Series 4, this is really nice. It makes it full screen, whereas over here on Series 3, you can tell that it does have that little backwards breadcrumb up there at the top that you can tap to navigate back. But over here on Series 4, you actually have to tap to get that. And Series 3 is on watchOS 5 as well, so we do have a slight redesign in the way apps work, in that they do take advantage of that display better on Series 4 by kind of just melting away. So the elements there, you can see, just melt away as you start to scroll, whereas that is not the case on Series 3. So this is fantastic. I'm absolutely loving the display on Series 4. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Looks just beautiful here on Series 4. Love it. All right, guys, so this has basically just been a unboxing, quick review, and setup of the Apple Watch Series 4. I want to leave you guys really quick, though, with just a look at some of the other new watch faces. So these are the ones. Vapor. These are ones that Apple used with real effects. So this is not computer CGI or anything. And they have a few different ones. They have pink and orange, blue and green, black and white, and there should also be some fire ones as well as a water one. We might have to go to the new section here. There's also a Breathe watch face as well, which makes use of the new or newer Breathe application that Apple introduced last year. Now they've built it into a watch face. Here we go. This is it, fire and water. So this should have both of them. You can customize it to just be one or the other, but it looks gorgeous on this new larger display. Let's see if we can get the water one now. Looks like it's still fire. So let's change it to just water so we can get a look at that. Yeah, gorgeous effects here. All right, guys, so that basically wraps up everything I wanted to talk about regarding the Apple Watch Series 4. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. Are you excited? Do you think this is the best thing that Apple actually announced this September? Let me know. And are you getting the Apple Watch? Again, I want to hear from you guys in the comments. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.